Have you ever wondered how the smallest bird in the world, the hummingbird, can flap its wings up to 80 times per second? That's right. We're diving into the captivating world of hummingbirds, a group of birds native to the Americas. With roughly 366 species, these creatures are a marvel of nature's engineering. The size of these birds varies significantly, with the smallest being the bee hummingbird, standing at a mere 5 centimeters and weighing less than 2 grams. On the larger end of the scale, we have the giant hummingbird, stretching up to 23 centimeters and tipping the scales at anywhere between 18 to 24 grams. These birds are not just about size and speed, though. They present a fascinating array of unique characteristics that set them apart in the avian world. Astonishingly, these tiny creatures have some of the most unique and fascinating characteristics in the bird world. Hummingbirds are not just small and fast, they have evolved some extraordinary features that set them apart. Among the many fascinating creatures that inhabit our world, hummingbirds certainly hold a unique place. Their distinctive characteristics make them stand out in the avian kingdom, and these features have evolved to enable them to survive and thrive in diverse environments. Hummingbirds are renowned for their rapid and maneuverable flight. They are the only birds capable of flying backwards and can hover in mid-air by rapidly flapping their wings. This helicopter-like flight ability is due to their anatomical structure, specifically their relatively long, blade-like wings. Their exceptional metabolic capacity is another marvel of nature. Hummingbirds have the highest mass-specific metabolic rate among homeothermic animals. When food is scarce or at night when they are not foraging, they can enter a state called torpor, similar to hibernation, slowing their metabolic rate to 1/15 of its normal speed. This allows them to conserve energy, a vital adaptation for survival. But it's not just their physical prowess that's impressive. Hummingbirds also have sensitive visual and communication abilities. They can perceive not just the visible spectrum that humans can, but also ultraviolet light. This heightened visual sensitivity aids in finding nectar-filled flowers and identifying mates. As for communication, they use a combination of visual signals and unique vocal sounds to interact with each other. Some hummingbird species are also known for their long-distance migration. The rufous hummingbird, for instance, undertakes one of the longest migratory journeys among birds, traveling twice a year between Alaska and Mexico, a staggering distance of about 3,900 miles. Hummingbirds have also adapted to high altitudes. Some species can be found in the Andes Mountains, where oxygen levels are low. They have evolved larger hearts and a higher number of red blood cells to cope with this challenging environment. These adaptations make hummingbirds one of the most interesting species in the avian world. If you've ever been awestruck by the dazzling colors of a hummingbird's plumage, you're not alone. These tiny birds are a living canvas, splashed with vibrant hues that captivate the eye and stir the imagination. They're like flying jewels, their feathers shimmering with iridescent blues, greens, purples, and many more colors that seem to change and morph as they move and catch the light. So why are hummingbirds so colorful? Well, it's all about communication and attraction. When it comes to hummingbirds, particularly males, vibrant plumage is a key part of their charm. These colors aren't just for show, they play a crucial role in their interactions with each other. From the fiery red of a ruby-throated hummingbird to the electric blue of a mountain gem, each hue tells a story, a visual language that speaks of territory, dominance, and allure. These colors are also crucial when it comes to finding a mate. During courtship, male hummingbirds will display their plumage in a dazzling aerial show, often diving and flashing their bright colors to impress potential partners. It's a bit like wearing your best outfit on a first date, but taken to the extreme. And it's not just about the colors themselves, but the way they're displayed. The patterns and arrangements of the colors can also send signals. For instance, a band of bright color around the neck, known as a gorget, can signal aggression or dominance to other males. It's worth noting that hummingbirds hold the title for the widest diversity of plumage color among all birds. This is down to their unique feather structure, which refracts light like a prism, creating a dazzling array of colors that can appear to change when viewed from different angles. So next time you spot a hummingbird, take a moment to appreciate its colorful coat. Remember, you're not just looking at a beautiful bird, but a living, flying piece of art. Its colors telling stories of survival, rivalry, and romance. The stunning colors of hummingbirds are just one of their many fascinating aspects. Scene script. Have you ever wondered what keeps these energetic birds fueled? In the world of avians, hummingbirds are quite the connoisseurs. Their primary source of nourishment is flower nectar, a sweet liquid inside certain flowers. This nectar is a rich source of energy, providing the hummingbirds with the necessary sugars to fuel their high-speed lifestyle. But don't let their sweet tooth fool you. Hummingbirds aren't strictly nectar feeders. They also have a taste for protein, which they get from small insects and spiders. These protein-packed snacks are crucial for their growth, reproduction, and feather formation. Just like us, hummingbirds need a balanced diet. Now, you might be thinking, how do they manage to extract the nectar hidden deep within the flowers? This is where their long, slender beaks come into play. These beaks are not just for show, they are specialized tools, perfectly designed for the job. They work in tandem with their long, tube-like tongues to sip nectar from flowers. And it's not just about the length, but also the shape. Depending on the species, a hummingbird's beak can be straight or curved, each shape suited to a specific kind of flower. This way, different hummingbird species can feed on different flowers, reducing competition for food. But their diet doesn't stop at nectar and bugs. During certain times, especially during the breeding season, hummingbirds will also feast on tree sap. They are also known to consume ash and sand in minuscule amounts, possibly to supplement their diet with minerals. So whether it's sipping nectar, catching insects, or licking tree sap, these little birds have their feeding habits down to a fine art. Each aspect of their diet, from what they eat to how they eat it, is a testament to their incredible adaptability. The hummingbird diet is a perfect example of how these birds are beautifully adapted to their environment. The humming sound of a hummingbird's wings is a sound that captivates many nature enthusiasts. This captivating hum is produced by the incredibly rapid flapping of their wings. Each hummingbird species has a unique wing flapping rate, which directly influences the pitch of the humming sound they create. The largest hummingbirds, for instance, can flap their wings about 12 times per second, creating a lower, less noticeable hum. On the other hand, smaller hummingbirds astound us with a wing flapping rate that can reach up to 80 times per second, resulting in a higher, more discernible hum. This rapid flapping not only allows these birds to hover in midair, but also propels them forward at impressive speeds. This mesmerizing humming sound is not just a delightful melody to our ears. It is a testament to the hummingbird's incredible speed and agility. It is a symphony of nature, a soundtrack to the hummingbird's swift and graceful existence. The humming sound is not just an auditory delight, but a testament to the hummingbird's incredible speed and agility. Imagine having to eat almost constantly to stay alive. That's the life of a hummingbird. These vibrant creatures possess the highest mass-specific metabolic rate of any homeothermic animal. This means they burn energy at an extraordinarily high rate, necessitating frequent meals of nectar and small insects. However, hummingbirds are not just gluttonous energy burners. They're also masters of energy conservation. When food is scarce, or during nighttime when they're not foraging, hummingbirds can enter a state known as torpor, akin to hibernation. In this state, their metabolic rate slows to 1/15 of its normal pace, allowing them to conserve valuable energy. Now let's consider the rufous hummingbird, a marvel of endurance. Twice a year, this tiny bird embarks on one of the longest migrations in the bird world, a journey spanning nearly 4,000 miles from Alaska to Mexico. The hummingbird's lifestyle is a constant balancing act between energy intake and expenditure. So, what makes hummingbirds so captivating? Well, it's a blend of many fascinating aspects. These tiny creatures, the smallest among birds, are a marvel of nature. Their special characteristics, such as rapid and maneuverable flight, exceptional metabolic capacity, and adaptations to high altitudes make them a unique member of the bird kingdom. But there's more to them than just their size and abilities. Their vibrant plumage, particularly the male's blues, greens, and purples, are a sight to behold. Not to forget their diet, a mix of flower nectar and small insects, which they consume using their long beaks. Then there's the humming sound they produce, a result of their rapid wing flapping rates, audible to other birds and humans alike. And who could overlook their impressive metabolic rate, the highest among any homeothermic animal, and their migration abilities, especially the rufous hummingbird that travels thousands of miles twice a year. From their tiny size to their rapid wing beats, every aspect of a hummingbird's life is a testament to the wonders of nature.